everyone, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a chatty makeup tutorial, or not that chatty, I just filmed it and I feel like I was quite quiet. Anyway, it's of this makeup look, which is kind of like a lilac pink look. And I wore this a lot last year in December. A lot of my videos I was wearing this eye lip combination and so many of you were asking what I was wearing. So I've had this video scheduled in for quite a while and I'm glad I finally got around to filming it. I really like the purple pinky tones. It's a little bit different but then still quite safe at the same time. I'm using a few new different products but also some old school favorites as well. So please keep watching if you want to see how to get this look and I really hope you guys enjoy it. So I'm giving this natural light thing a go. After my honeymoon haul video, so many of you guys said you really liked the natural light. I don't normally film this way because I think that my sofa is a bit of a boring background and I prefer having my shutters behind me. But because this is a makeup tutorial, I thought I would give the natural light thing a go. So apologies if the light goes in and out. I haven't filmed with natural light in ages, so I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm gonna start by taking some of the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. There is so much in this and it's just a really nice thick cream that I like to apply sometimes just before I do my makeup. If my skin's feeling a bit dry, it just adds a really nice like layer of hydration. I'm just rubbing that into the skin. I really like the smell of this moisturizer. For foundation, I'm going to use the Revlon Colourstay. I'm using the shade 200 Nude, and this is in the normal to dry formula. I'm just going to dot that around my face. This is actually a pretty good colour match for me. I'm going to start with a little amount. I'm taking my wet Real Techniques sponge and just patting that into the skin. I really do use the sponge all the time, even if I'm just wearing like a tinted moisturiser or if I'm wearing a really full coverage foundation, I always use the sponge. And I do a mix of like patting and kind of swiping like this. I'm going to take another pump of foundation and just layer that a bit. I've started kind of putting less foundation on and then building it rather than just going in with loads of foundation at the beginning. Very weird having my shutters open because there's people literally outside their house across the road and if they look up, they're going to think I'm crazy. Foundation is done. I'm now going to go in with concealer. I've been using the Maybelline The Eraser Eye Perfect and Cover Concealer for ages now. As you can see, I've nearly finished. I've got a backup just in case. I really like it. I don't know what my opinion is on the sponge applicator. It's not very hygienic, it's very messy, but I really like using it to apply the concealer. You turn this a few times and then it's literally just a case of like swiping under the eye. It probably does make me apply a bit more concealer than I usually would, but the formula is quite nice and thin so it doesn't look cakey. The colour's maybe a little bit off. I think there's only like 3 to pick from, which is crazy. But I really like the formula. I look a bit nuts right now. I then take my wet sponge again and just pat that in. And I just really like the finish of this concealer. Caroline picked me up a Tarte Shape Tape from LA, but I haven't had the chance to see her yet. Well, I saw her, but we both forgot the concealer. So I'm excited to try that one because all the American YouTubers are going on about it. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this Maybelline concealer for now. Patting that in. I like to take it onto my eyelids as well. And then what usually happens with every concealer I use is that I apply it all over like that and then I like to go in with a little bit more just under my eyes. I'll just like put a dab. And then what I usually do is I'll use a brush to pat that in because the sponge does absorb a lot of the product. So I'll just take my Real Techniques setting brush and just pat that. I'm a little bit spotty on my chin, but I'm just gonna leave it because you guys don't mind. For bronzer, I'm gonna use my absolute favorite Too Faced Milk Chocolate Bronzer. I mean, look how much of this I've used. I feel like maybe it's drying out a bit. I don't know if that's the right word because it's powder, but it doesn't feel as good as a fresh one does. I might need to get myself another one, but I've like pretty much nearly finished this. I'm just applying that on my cheekbones and on my jawline, a bit down my neck and up onto my temples. I kind of apply it everywhere, but with a bit of a plan, a bit of a purpose to where I apply it, just to give a little bit of shape to the face, but not properly contour. For blusher, I'm gonna use MAC Blush Baby because it's kind of like a muted pink. I think this will go really nicely with the eyeshadow, with the lipstick, just to give that kind of all over lilac, soft pink look. This is an old blusher I've had for ages, but it's a bit less pink than some of my others. It's a little bit more subtle. Oh, I think it's so pretty. I'm also gonna use a highlighter while I'm doing this sort of cheek area, and I'm going to use one from the Anastasia Glow Kit, and this is the Glow Kit in Gleam. There are 4 highlighters to pick from. I usually mix these two. They're actually, sorry, the bottom 2, Crushed Pearl and Starburst. But I think for this look, because it's a lilac-y pinky look, I'm going to go for Starburst, which is a really nice golden, soft, peachy pink. I like to use the Morphe M501 brush, and you really don't need much of this. A cream highlighter would be nice with this look, but I've only got MAC Hush. I feel like I've used that a lot. So I'm gonna go for powder. Really pretty highlight. For my brows, I'm going to use the same product I always use. This is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I've used this since the first day I tried it, really. It's just easier to get hold of than the Anastasia one. I feel like it's so similar. I'm just going to fill in the front of my brow and the arch of my brow. And then I'm going to try a new product, which I've had sitting on my desk for a few days now. It's from Charlotte Tilbury, and it's part of her Legendary brows collection. It's just a clear brow gel. I probably wouldn't buy this because I really like the Blink Brow Bar one, but mine is so grubby now, so I thought I'll try something new. This one's a bit different because it has a really, really tiny brush, like tiny. I don't know how well this will work on me, but I'm just gonna brush through the hairs. I think this would probably work best on someone with less bushy brows than I have. I kind of prefer one that's a bit more wet, but that'll do for today. Oh, I forgot a step, so I'm just gonna go back and I'm gonna spray on this. It's the Pixi Glow Mist. You can see it's like really oily, so this definitely wouldn't be good for someone with oily skin, but I think this could be great for someone with dry skin like me. It's called the Glow Mist. It says it has propolis, I don't know what that is, and argan oil. A nourishing mist, hydrating and protecting. I'm gonna shake it up because it's oily. I really hope this doesn't go all over my hair. Whoa, I got a big spray. Sometimes I just like misting something to stop all the powdery products looking too powdery. Okay, next up is a product which I kind of based this whole look around. It's by NARS and it's an eyeshadow called Kari, and I love this. Throughout December I wore this a lot. It's a slightly pinky taupey purple shade. I don't know what the actual official description of this eyeshadow is. I'm sure it will say online. It's shimmery, it's buttery. I really like it. I'm just gonna use quite a fluffy brush actually. Pat a bit on there. I'm just gonna swipe that over the lid and then build it up as much as I kind of want it. So you can have a really light layer, which just gives you kind of a little bit of pink. I think these eyeshadows can be used wet or dry. It's such a nice lilac-y shade. I think I'm going to put on a few layers with the brush dry and then maybe mist the brush and see what it looks like wet. I hope I don't mess this up. I'm going to try putting some of that Pixi mist. So now my brush is a little bit damp because I really like the wet lid look at the moment. It's nice, it gives a bit more pigmentation actually. I think people are often quite scared to wear pink on eyelids because it can make you look a bit ill. I think if you get the right shade, it could be so pretty, and I'm so into blush shades at the moment. I'm going to change brushes for a moment so I can get a bit more colour. This is the MAC 217. I'm going to really get quite a bit of product on there. Now taking a smaller brush, this is the Zoeva 231 Luxe Petite Crease brush. I'm going to put that under the eye as well. I always like to take my eyeshadow under the eye. And this gives you like a smoky effect, but without it being too smoky because it's a nice kind of blush shade. I think that looks really nice, so I'm going to leave that there. I absolutely love this eyeshadow. You don't need any more colours. I think this one alone is really pretty. And for the eyeliner, I usually wear brown eyeliner, but I think when you're wearing a pink eyeshadow, it's nice to put a bit of purple in there as well. But I don't want to go full on purple, so I'm going to mix a couple of eyeliners. First of all, I'm going to layer on the Makeup Forever Aqua XL liner in M80, which is a purple, and then I'm going to layer on my MAC Groundbreaker brown eyeliner on top and kind of mix them together because it will give a brown, but there's a bit more of a purpley brown that I think will go with the eyeshadow. I'm going to push this really close to the lashes because I don't want like a proper purple eyeliner look. Press that in very close to the lashes. I don't like to go too far into the eye as well with my eyeliner. I like to focus it on the outer corner just because that flatters my eye shape more. It's always harder to do this eye. So now on top of the purple eyeliner, I'm going to put on some brown. And then using that small brush again, very lightly going to blend them together. I'm going to try a different mascara today that I don't think I've tried before. This is the Kevyn Aucoin, the curling mascara. I have my Charlotte Tilbury Legendary lashes on backup in case I don't like this because I'll pretty much know straight away. It's a very thin mascara. It's got this cute little brush. It's a nice mascara. It's quite subtle. It kind of gives more length and curl rather than volume. But it's pretty actually. That's really nice. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Let's do the other eye. It's very easy to comb through the lashes with this brush. Oh no, I've caught my hair in the mascara. I'm gonna put a tiny bit on the lower lashes. Now for the second product that inspired this look. So it was the eyeshadow and the lipstick, and this is what I was wearing a lot in December. This is a lipstick from Stila. It's called Coquille, and it's a lilac-y mauve. When I first put it on, it looks a little bit much, but then I like to rub it in with my finger, so let's give it a go. It's quite a matte lipstick. I love the shade of this lipstick, but honestly, the formula is just quite drying for me. I'm gonna put a bit of Vaseline on top. To be fair, my lips are quite dry at the moment because of everything they went through, so I'm probably not the best example. So I find that it does show up the lines quite a lot on my lips. If anyone knows any other lipsticks that are this shade, but maybe a different formula, let me know, because I love the shade. I think the lilac of the lips looks so nice with the kind of pinky taupe on the eyes. I think that's it. I'm gonna put on a bit more blush because even though in real life I look okay, in camera I look a little bit pale. So what do you guys think? I really like this look. I think it's a nice way to wear a bit of colour. Maybe colours you wouldn't normally wear, pink on your eyes, purple on your lips, but that it's not like crazy pink and crazy purple like you would think. It's subtle and it's kind of nude looking. I hope you guys enjoyed this chilled, chatty makeup tutorial. I'm gonna link my last video here if you haven't yet seen it, and a subscribe button if you'd like to subscribe to my channel. And please leave me a comment letting me know what you guys thought of this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.